Come, have you ever felt lost, misunderstood, or just in need of a little guidance? It's a feeling we all share. But what if I told you there's an ancient book of wisdom that speaks directly to these moments? Today, we're diving into the first 10 Psalms, a collection of songs and poems that have offered comfort and strength for thousands of years. Let us explore this treasure trove together and see what timeless lessons we can uncover for our modern lives. Let's start with Psalm 1. It paints a beautiful picture of two paths. One is the path of the righteous, described as a tree planted by streams of water, always green and fruitful. It's about consciously choosing to fill our minds with good things, to meditate on what's true and uplifting. The other path is for those who just drift along, easily swayed by negativity. The psalm reminds us that our choices, big and small, shape our lives. Where we plant ourselves determines how we grow. Now, moving to Psalm 2, the scene shifts dramatically. It talks about nations in uproar and leaders plotting. It sounds a lot like our world today, doesn't it? But right in the middle of all this chaos, the psalm introduces a powerful image. God is sovereign, not worried, and his plan will prevail. Lord, how many are my foes? How many rise up against me? Have you ever felt that way? Like the pressure is just too much. But then, the tone shifts from despair to trust. The writer declares that God is a shield, a protector. Instead of stewing in frustration, we should be still and talk to God in the quiet of our hearts. It's a powerful lesson in emotional regulation. It's okay to feel angry, but it's what we do with that anger that matters. The psalm ends with a beautiful declaration. You have filled my heart with greater joy. True joy doesn't come from perfect circumstances, but from a connection with the divine. Psalm 5 is a morning prayer. It's about starting the day with intention, laying out your requests before God, and waiting with expectation. It's a great reminder to be proactive with our spiritual life, not just reactive. Imagine starting every morning by centering yourself, speaking your hopes, and then watching for answers throughout your day. It transforms the mundane into a journey of discovery. As we journey through these psalms, we see a pattern. Psalm 6 is a plea for mercy during sickness and suffering. Psalm 7 is a cry for justice against false accusations. Psalm 9 is a song of explosive praise for God's righteousness and his help. Each one validates a different human experience. And what about Psalm 8? It's a breathtaking poem of wonder. The writer looks up at the moon and stars and is just floored by the majesty of the universe. He asks, "What is mankind that you are mindful of them?" It's a moment of pure awe. In our busy lives, how often do we stop and just marvel at the world around us? This psalm invites us to do just that, to feel small in the face of creation, and yet, incredibly valued. Finally, we arrive at Psalm 10. This one asks a tough question. Why, Lord, do you stand far off? Why do you hide yourself in times of trouble? It's a raw, honest cry that many of us can relate to. The psalm doesn't give a simple answer. Instead, it lays out the problem of injustice and then reaffirms faith that God is the helper of the fatherless and will ultimately bring justice. So, from the quiet meditation of Psalm 1 to the honest questioning of Psalm 10, we've seen a whole spectrum of human emotion and faith. These ancient songs are not about having a perfect, easy life. They are about navigating the real, messy, beautiful journey of life with courage, honesty, and an unwavering hope.